Hi, I'm Ben Morales.
Hello everyone, I'm Long Win.
My name is John Heavenly.
I'm Ava Lyons.
And I'm Wesley Hill. And we are the UNL School of Computing Ramamurthy team. Today we will be showcasing to you our emotional regulation training app. First, our app is called AtReach, which stands for Advanced Technology for Emotion and Effective Change e-Platform. We developed this application under the header of the School of Computing, but we worked closely with individuals from the School of Psychology in order to develop an app that they would like to use. Going into our sponsors, we have Dennis McCargue, Dr. Byrav Ramamurthy, Therese Wong, Ashlyn Andrusek, and Anna Henson. These are the people that we developed the app for and who idealized the app for us. Going into our faculty and staff, we have our project manager, Melanie Kugler-Wright, and our tribe lead, Bonita Sharif. These are the people who worked more on the academic side of things, helping foster a learning environment for us. And then we have us, the student team. Ava is our squad lead and product manager. I am the development manager for this team. Then Kareem El Saeed is our technical consultant. He isn't here because he is was a transfer student over the fall semester. He is in Egypt now, but we still remained in contact with him over the spring semester. And then Ben, Long, and John over there are each developers on our application as well. The problem that our application aims to solve is that there are many people who have substance use disorders or are recovering from substance use disorders who have trouble regulating certain emotions such as stress or anxiety, which brings a more negative well-being. So this arises two questions. First, what can we do to help them regulate their emotions? And secondly, how can we track this therapy that we're trying to form to iterate on it and create a better solution for them? This brings us into the opportunity that our app takes advantage of, which is to create an application for these users that have substance use disorders or are recovering from them in order to help them regulate their emotions. We do this first by creating positive stimuli in order to reinforce positive emotions and encourage them to use the application more frequently. This app aims to be therapeutic for them, so we want to enforce these positive emotions within them. And then secondly, we want to allow administrators to record data from the users while they utilize this therapy so that they can both contribute to a research study and iterate on the solution to create better solutions. Actually going into our app, this is our mobile application. This is the one that the participants of the research study will be using. The mobile application is built through React Native along with multiple component libraries, which just make the app look nicer. Both this app and the web app that Ava will be talking to you about interface with our server, which is built with Java and Spring Boot as our REST API, MySQL as our database, and it and our video and image storing are both on Amazon Web Services. When the user first opens the app, they're greeted with a login page. Then they go into our emoji pin page. We chose emojis over numbers because we felt that images or colors would be better to remember rather than an arbitrary set of numbers. Once they log in, they're taken to that home page. In the center of the home page is a personalized avatar. This will be different for each user who uses the app. At the top of the home page are the group views. This number represents the number of times this app was utilized today, and this is intended to be positive reinforcement for the users. And then at the bottom is the earnings tracker. While they use the app, they earn money through the research study that is being conducted. So that just tracks how much money they've earned today and how much money they've earned overall. Once they hit the start button on the home screen, they move into the actual process of the research study and the therapeutic video. Both prior to and after the video, they answer a set of 4 questions, which helps build an emoji that is meant to represent their emotional well-being at the time. The questions start with how are you feeling, which determines both the base color of the emoji and the shape of the emoji. How intense is this feeling affects the brightness of the emoji. How clear is this emotion affects the blurriness or clarity of the emoji. And then finally, how physically energized do you feel makes the emoji move side to side more or less. Once they're done answering these questions, they go into the transition screen. The background color is the same color as their emoji, and that text can be customized by the administrator. Once they are ready, they go into the video. They watch this video. They can repeat it as many times as they want. This is intended to be therapeutic for them. They receive training when they receive the phone that this app is deployed on. And so it is meant to remind them of that training, make them feel the same calm emotions they did. And then after this video, yet again, they answer those questions. And then lastly is our user data page on the right there. That is, again, another form of positive reinforcement. The middle column is the videos watched. Based off of how many videos they have watched that day, it gives them more hearts, indenting to make them want to use the app more frequently. And then on the far right column is the mood improvement, which displays an up arrow if at any point during the day their mood prior to the video improves to the mood after the video. And this is, again, intended to be positive reinforcement for them and to tell them that they're doing well. Now I will pass it off to Ava to talk about our web application.
Thanks, Wes. All right, let's move over to the admin side. Like Wes mentioned earlier, this is deployed on AWS, but this one uses React instead of React Native. It also uses a component library, specifically Google's Material UI or MUI, to keep it consistent as well. Once an admin logs in, they're brought to this page, the home page, that shows them this graph. This graph is the aggregate data for all users over time for both positive and negative emotions. This gives our researchers, our admins, the idea of how the overall study is going. The hope would be that the positive emotions are getting better and then the negative emotions are getting worse. Then admins can control users, add them, delete them, search for them. This is also where they put in that adorable emoji pin for their users. They can give money as well because they're earning money throughout each video that they watch. They also can change their status to a complete status where those users then are done with the study, but our administrators can still have that data to then do the further research on. They can send notifications to all of the participants as a form of positive stimuli to encourage them to continue with the study or remind them that they need to watch their videos for that day. Finally, those two last icons on this close side here are for user media and user data. We'll talk about the media in a second, but this is kind of the most important part for our admins. This holds all of the raw data, which can be sorted, filtered, and then exported into a CSV where they're able to manipulate it in any way they want so they can better understand how each user is doing and how this training is actually going. As I mentioned just a second ago, media. Media is the main thing that is encouraging them here. So this is both their personalized avatar and that video that they're watching. Each video or avatar is assigned to one person, but one person can have multiple options for media. This is then denoted by a primary. There can be multiple primaries in this case, and then it's randomly chosen within those primaries is what's shown to them so that they have the option of different videos each time and maybe they're not getting so bored on just the one thing over and over again. Finally, admins have two other important roles other than deleting, searching, and adding. Those are changing the transition slide, as Wes had mentioned earlier. This way they can get some positive reinforcement in what they're reading before they go into the video, can put them in the right mindset, and then they can also change the earnings equation. So that money bar that you saw earlier is based on how many videos that they've watched and how many bonus videos that they watched. Those numbers change based on how they want each video to earn for each user. And then there's also a bonus range. So once they hit over the bonus range, they'll get a little icon that's further positive stimuli for how many videos that they've seen. So that is the admin application. Finally, just looking at what this app was built for, we wanted to help the SUD issue for the users be recovered through emotional training or emotional regulation training. Our application does this in a couple of ways with the videos, the positive stimuli, but most importantly, we're able to collect that data to further evaluate it and research based off of that. So our team had not had any mobile development before this project, but despite that, we were able to create a full-fledged application that will hopefully be able to aid in further research in just human emotions in general. So we're excited to see how that's going to go for our sponsors. But finally, I just want to say thank you to this amazing team for this whole year. They all have done an amazing job and worked really hard. Then I want to say thank you to the senior design faculty and staff that has nominated us and worked with us so hard. Finally, our sponsors for this awesome project, and then you all as well for listening and hearing us. If you are interested in a demo of our product, come visit us at our booth.